Candid, captivating, compelling. Welcome to Cannabis Confidential with Dr. Dina. Listen in as Dr. Dina, medical marijuana pioneer and inspiration for the award-winning TV series Weeds, shares never-before-heard stories, chats with cannabis insiders and celebrity friends, and provides invaluable perspective and insight into one of the fastest-growing industries in the world. CannabisRadio.com proudly presents Cannabis Confidential with your host, Dr. Dina.
Welcome to Cannabis Oh, you got me again. All right.
Yes, you do.
You got me again. Welcome to Cannabis Confidential. Ah!
Hey, we did it.
We did it. Welcome. I have the coolest guest today. You guys already know. The one and only Tommy Chong. Welcome, Tommy. You are awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, dear. I believe you.
You better believe me.
Yeah, if you say I'm awesome, I believe.
So, we actually met a few years back when you came on to the set of Disjointed, which I was the cannabis consultant for. And you guys filmed that secret ending, which was really funny. And I kept telling the people, I'm sure these guys don't understand what we're doing, but they go, don't worry, we're going to figure this out. But my job was to keep that giant joint lit for you with the fake weed the whole time.
Really? Okay. Well, you did a good job.
Thank you. It wasn't easy. Okay. I think I got bronchitis from smoking that fake stuff.
Okay, just a minute. Hold on, just for 1 second. Ready? I will just take a picture. Hold on, we're going to take another picture. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hello. Okay, hang on. One more picture. Okay. Actually, 2 more pictures.
We are having a true paparazzi moment with a star while we are on the podcast. People are stopping Tommy to take photos.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm free.
Tommy, we can't take you anywhere, huh?
No. Well, I'm out walking the dogs, and I got recognized. That's my only job now, taking pictures with fans.
And smoking joints and walking dogs.
Well, yeah. Well, the smoking joints. That's my. You know how some people are hooked up to oxygen? Yeah, I'm hooked up to weed.
Well, you taught us all, and it's very interesting, the progression of the cannabis space since you first really inspired so many people to enjoy the reefer. And from there, it really kind of created this, I believe, like people believe that, it pushed people into thinking like anyone who smokes weed are Cheech and Chong characters. But really, it was making fun of it, right? It was making fun of what people think we all are. And as a stoner myself, I love that. And I think that's great. And we kind of use that a little bit in Disjointed. And I think that it pokes at people a little bit. And now that it's legal, everyone is so corporate and professional, right?
You know what? What we have to do as cannabis pioneers, we have to accept everything that's going down right now, because we all went through it. And so when people are going through the growing pains, the beginning of their cannabis experiences, we have to be kind. We have to understand, and we have to be very forgiving. And so no matter what they're at, they're exploring a new continent for the first time. We've been living there for a long time. So, so I hesitate to do any criticism of anybody, be it big business that are getting into it, or people that are, used to be cops, they're becoming cannabis people. You can't hold a grudge. And I just love seeing, it's like the Christians, when you're born again, that means that you discovered a new way of living.
That's right. And I believe the more the merrier, the more that we have people embrace it, the easier it's going to be able to change the world.
That's it. You know what I noticed? In fact, I heard on the radio this morning. These legendary liquor bars are closing all over LA. After 30 years, 20 years of business, all of a sudden, they're out of business. Why is that? The cannabis.
That's right.
People reaching for the bottle of booze, they're reaching for the joint. And they're living longer, they're happier, and they eat better. So everything's good. There's nothing wrong. Nothing bad in the world.
That's right. And I was really inspired when you were part of a horrible bust in the federal government, and you went to prison for a bong, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And because of that, a lot of my friends that I had met when I first opened my dispensary back in 2002, they were getting arrested and going to jail. And I never really had the experience growing up in the Valley in Tarzana of having people go to jail. So this was really a real thing to me, and because of that, I started a nonprofit, and it's called freedomgrow.org. And we raise money, and we put money on the books of people that are in jail for pot and nonviolent victimless crimes. And so it was so inspiring, the fact that you are probably the only celebrity that has jumped into the cannabis space that has really firsthand suffered at the government for their laws. Yeah. And people forget that, and so I want, I want to talk about a little bit about like when you were in prison, what commissary really meant to people.
Oh, everything. You live and die by the commissary. You're only allowed $15 a month, to buy. You're only allowed that, and so to keep graft at a minimum. But yeah, the commissary meant everything, and it was the saddest thing in the world to see people that couldn't afford, the basics, and they'd be sitting there, and it would be very sad. And then there was the other ones that had their lockers stuffed with food and goodies, and it's just like on the outside. But,
right.
But the prison, that's why I'm not really, when these people got busted for the school, getting their kids in school by lying and cheating.
Right.
I think it's a very positive thing, because you're putting people that would never think of being a criminal or going to jail, but they'll do anything they can to get their kids educated. And so you're going to get a lot of straight people in the prison system that's going to change the prison system, because that's how you change it. You get the real straight do-gooders in there, and then all of a sudden there's prison reform all over the place, and it really needs it, especially in this country.
Right, and there's so many people still locked up for cannabis all over the country, and people doing life in prison, basically de facto life.
Yeah, it's a racist law, no doubt about it, and racism is more alive now than ever before. But I think it's a good thing, because it's out in the open. It's just like a pimple coming to a head, and now you can treat it,
Right. That's a good point.
That's what I look. Yeah, I look at Trump like a big old blister that.
Yeah. So now that things are finally, I think now that things are finally changing for the better, as far as so many laws, I know that you've entered the cannabis space, and that space is Chong's Choice, which is so exciting to see your face on a brand and your name on a brand that people can enjoy and really feel close to you. What states is it available in?
In the state of anticipation. They're all over. They're all over the place. I couldn't even begin to tell you. I don't even know where they're available in LA. So when people ask me, I say, well, just get on your cell phone and check, run it down. Some, like MedMen, carried us for a while, and then they stopped. And then the other dispensaries picked it up, and, it comes and goes. But that's part of the cannabis world. You have, we had to do our own research. you know. And so when people get in, you know, they're very lazy. People are, you know, they ask me, they think because I'm such a pro that I can know all the answers. Well, even if I did know the answers, I just know the answers for what suits me. See, you know, I had certain kind of cancer and I knew how to treat it, but that's me. I'm an individual. And I tell people all the time, you know, do your research. Everybody, I'll tell you, and, you know, all the people that are listening, do your research, do your homework, find out about cannabis, how it affects you personally. You know, don't go on what happened to me, go on what's happening to you. Because everybody's different in this world, and everybody's cannabis needs are different.
That is such a good point.
For the most part, they're different, and everybody should, you know, check out what's good for them. You know, don't just get some, you know, like your mother used to say, you know, if Johnny jumped off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge too? You know, well,
exactly.
Would.
Yeah, you got to try it differently. We actually have to run to a quick break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the one and only Tommy Chong.
Cannabis Confidential with Dr. Dina will continue after a word from our most confident sponsors.
Educate, empower, and engage in the evolution of the cannabis industry. Join thousands of industry professionals on August 3rd and 4th in Miami, Florida for the return of the U.S. Cannabis Conference and Expo inside the Hyatt Regency in downtown Miami. Register before May 1st for an early bird discount of 50% off now at usccexpo.com. That's usccexpo.com. Join us for the 2019 U.S. Cannabis Conference and Expo August 3rd and 4th in Miami. Register now at usccexpo.com.
Now available for pre-order through crowdfunding for just $14 plus $10 shipping. Pouches, premium mixing and rolling pouches, allow you to carry and prepare your herbs for consumption with discretion and ease. These stylish pouches are handcrafted using strong zips, long-wearing buffalo leather outside, and smooth sheepskin inside. A portion of proceeds go to fund vital medical research into cannabis for ADHD. See a demo and get yours now on Indiegogo or pouches.com. That's POUCHZ.com.
Hey, take a look at this. They're selling smart pots.
They have pot that can make you smart? Where is it?
Not that kind of pot. Smart pots are the best aeration container to grow your plants. Check this out. This is the original fabric container for faster producing, healthier plants. They're made with a superior fabric that delivers high yields. Plus, smart pots are reusable and sustainable, so you can use them over and over again, no matter if you use them indoor or outdoor.
That's very smart, but how good are they for the environment?
Smart pots are BPA-free and lead-free, so you'll always be able to ensure a pure, clean grow, and they're 100% made in the U.S. Over 28 million smart pots have already been sold, so it seems like a smart investment.
Look for smart pots in close to 2,000 garden centers throughout North America and ask for the original fabric container. Find a store near you or order yours online at smartpots.com.
Dr. Dina is back with more Cannabis Confidential, only on CannabisRadio.com.
And we're back. Welcome back to Cannabis Confidential. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Dr. Dina, with the one and only Tommy Chong. And we are talking about cannabis, how it is different for everyone. And I am really a strong believer of this. Personally, I like to vaporize hash oil. I used to smoke cannabis, but it was, you know, I'm a little bit of an asthmatic, person, so I don't want to give myself asthma. And I found that using vapor pens or vaping or dabbing is really, better for me. But edibles affect me completely differently. And so, some people really love edibles. And so what's your thing, Tommy?
Yeah. My thing is anything given to me by a naked lady.
That's an excellent, okay.
No, my thing is, the old-fashioned toke a day keeps the doctor away. I usually toke up before I do a podcast. And that usually, and then at night, if my wife, she likes her edibles, she likes her gummy bears, and every once in a while we'll share a gummy bear, just to sleep on. But anyway,
Is there a certain strain that you like?
I like mostly sativa. I like indica only, when I want to be sleep for a long time, or just sort of get Prospective. That's the word.
I like full spectrum.
No,
and I did a little homework for you, Tommy. Your products are available in Washington, Oregon, California, Colorado, Montana, and Arizona. You're killing it, man.
Thank you. That's what I need. You see, you go Google it and you find out. That's it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, we like that Chong's Choice. And obviously, you're smoking those sativas. So if you get those Chong's Choice sativa, you know the Tommy's smoking on that stuff.
You know it, dude. You know it. You know what it's done for. Go ahead.
What was when you were first diagnosed with prostate cancer? Did you know that you were going to treat it with cannabis?
No, I was in shock. Whenever you get cancer, you go into shock. And I didn't know I didn't know what I was going to do. And then the doctors told me, well, it's a slow moving cancer. You'll probably die of something else before. And so then I went to a holistic doctor, and that's when I started treating it with marijuana. And now everybody listen, my personal journey was kind of weird because I started doing suppositories to get the cannabis next to the prostate. But then I got rectal cancer. So I don't know if the prostate touching or whatever had anything I don't know. I have no idea. But as soon as I got the rectal cancer, then it got serious because that's a fast moving cancer. And so I got a growth, on my rectum, and it had to be surgically removed. And so they had to change the plumbing on my plumbing from back to front. And so they did all that, and I treated it with chemo pills. I never did the heavy chemo, and radiation. I did radiation almost, once a week for sure. And for a couple of months, actually. And then I got operated on, and then I became cancer-free. And that's where I am now. Now, when I was recovering, in order to get off the heavy drugs, the oxycodone and all that, I had to go to my cannabis. And I haven't been away from my cannabis ever since. It's a daily routine for me now. And sometimes all day. And sometimes I'll dose myself very heavy with, a gummy bear or some kind of, Rick Simpson oil. And every once in a while, I will do that. I take a heavy dose. And I do CBD oil all the time. I do
Interesting.
It orally, and I've also done CBD oil injections, with the needle.
Really?
And, which is not very pleasant. It hurts, but it's right into the body, because that's what you want to do. The CBD oil.
How much do you take orally? Either with the spray or the drops. Like if it's drops, I'll do quite a few drops. I'm very liberal with the dose because CBD is not getting you high, so
no.
Yeah, you can drink the whole bottle.
Yeah, and it's all good for you.
What kind of dog do I hear barking?
They're little yapsilatas.
A little yapsilata. I have one of those too.
No, they're. Shut up! Hey. Yeah, you got to yell at them. Oh, he didn't listen.
And then they talk back and say,
Yeah, the one that's barking was in a terrible incident with a pit bull.
Oh no!
Recovering now. Yeah, pit bull tried to kill him, and he had his throat severed. But
did you get vet CBD for the dog?
Yeah, we do. We have animal stuff, for him. Did you see the article? I guess it was a year ago in Washington State, near Seattle, where the pig farmers were using the stalks of the plant.
Yes.
And then the VA made them stop because they said it was cruel to the pigs.
That's just absurd.
I can eat anything. I can eat a tin can. And then they said that the stocks of the marijuana plant was bad for the pigs. Oh, I laughed at that.
And it's funny because I've heard stories for years. I mean, if you're a farmer up north and you're out in the wild, you know, you'd be surprised what kind of animals come to eat your pot plants because they like it.
They do.
They do.
I had some growing up in Bel Air. You know, my gardener found these seeds, you know, from the hippies that worked on my house, and he planted a garden up in the back, and he had a urinate pee around the perimeter to keep the deer away from.
The deer love it. Yeah, that's so.
Yeah, all of it.
I can't blame them.
That's what they used to call a local weed. You know, in Texas and that. You know, when the cows or the livestock got into local weed, they would act crazy. You know.
Well, they have cannabinoid receptors just like us.
They sure do. They sure do.
I can't blame them.
That plant is changing the world, and I'm part of it. I love it.
Yeah, we are very blessed to be part of it. We actually have to run to another quick break, but we'll be right back with the legend himself, Tommy Chong. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy a word from
Cannabis Confidential with Dr. Dina will continue after a word from our most confident sponsors.
Educate, empower, and engage in the evolution of the cannabis industry. Join thousands of industry professionals on August 3rd and 4th in Miami, Florida for the return of the U.S. Cannabis Conference and Expo. Register for an early bird discount now at usccexpo.com. That's usccexpo.com.
Oh, let the marijuana llama tell you something now about a game for your phone gonna make you say, wow! The game's about the game of growing cannabis for cash. Grow the seed, sell the bud, put the savings in the stash. Little by little, your empire grows large. Put the big celebrities inside your entourage. You can choose to play with Snoop or me or Cheech Chong, Cypress Hill, Willie Nelson, Wiz Khalifa with a bong. The name of the game is Hemp Inc., that's the point. Download and play while you light yourself a joint. The business of cannabis should be no crime. Hemp Inc. is even hot-proofed by the man who run High Times. Oh yeah? Get it on Android and iOS today. Marijuana llama out. Got to tend to me on crops, you know. Money don't make itself. Hemp Inc.
Cannabis industry professionals. Want to gain some new leads? Make genuine business connections and get premier brand exposure? This is your opportunity. NCIA's new industry socials are coming soon to Portland, Maine, New Jersey, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Miami. Sponsorship opportunities available. Register today.
Dr. Dina is back with more Cannabis Confidential, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Welcome back. We have Tommy Chong, the legend. Yay! All right, Tommy. So we have a couple questions that people have sent me over the last week that they are, you know, just burning questions. Some of them we've already covered, but the one question that I get asked the most in the last week for you is, if you could smoke with anyone, dead or alive, who would you choose?
Jesus. For sure.
Jesus. That's a excellent. I like that one. Actually, we had some guesses. People thought you were going to pick Abraham Lincoln.
No. Not it. No,
and we had a Bob Marley.
And you know why, Jesus?
Why?
He could create wine out of water. He could create.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I see where you're getting at.
Yeah. Say, Jesus, we need more weed. He said, okay, give me a minute. And then you'd have it.
Just a minute. We love that. Wouldn't that be nice? Instant weed growing.
Yeah, and I'd tell him indica. And he'd say, okay, let's see what we can do.
I'm an indica girl myself. I love some OG Kush. That is my favorite strain in the whole world.
Yeah. Another guy I would smoke with, who's still alive, and I've been saying this for some time now, I've gotten high with every Beatle except Paul.
No way.
So, Yeah, and he's got my invitation, and he said, yeah, whenever we hook up, he'd be glad to smoke with me. So,
I would really like to document that by being present. So let me know.
Yeah, that's the whole deal. Everybody said that same thing. Oh, I want to film that. But they talked to Paul. I got a friend, Peter Asher, who knows Paul personally, and he talked to Paul about it, and Paul said, yeah, he's all ready to get high with the Chong.
Well, I don't think you could really beat that one. That one to me is just the coolest. I'm actually going to see Paul in concert this summer.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell him then to get high with him.
So maybe that's our moment. That's our shot.
Yeah, that'll be it.
So is there anything exciting that you're working on right now that people should know about?
Well, there's a documentary that's in the can. Well, it's more than a documentary. It's a docu-movie, I guess. And we're just doing the finishing touches on it, and it should be out pretty quick. Other than that, Cheech and I are on the road with Shelby, our gorgeous opening act. We got a big tour in Canada coming. So
we can go to your website, check it out, go find out where to see Tommy. He's going to be touring around. You don't want to miss this. And you see the lovely Shelby open. And maybe this summer, Tommy's going to have his chance to smoke a fatty with Paul.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that. We'll have to document that.
Yeah, definitely. That would be Instagram worthy. Yes, please invite me. You know where to find me.
Yes, I do.
Well, this has been amazing. I want everyone to go check out Chong's Choice. You know you want to. It's some good stuff. Tommy's really awesome. And it has been such a pleasure to have you here. You are my weed warrior of the week. Thank you for, you've actually dedicated your whole life almost to this plant. And, to have actually gone to jail and you put your time in, and no one can ever take that away from you. And so thank you so much. And I know it sucks that you had all that to happen, but it just gives you a powerful platform, even more so for people to listen to you, because if it happened to you, it could happen to a lot of people. The final words from the dog. My pleasure.
Okay. We'll see you again.
Thank you. You're awesome. Have a great day. And you guys, thank you for listening. Give us 5 stars, thumbs up, lots of love, share with your friends, and we will talk to you soon. Yeah.
The opinions expressed on this CannabisRadio.com program are those of the guests and hosts and do not necessarily reflect those of the staff and management of CannabisRadio.com. Any rebroadcast or redistribution without proper consent of CannabisRadio.com is prohibited.